Hey YouTube, my name is Teri. Welcome to Rooster Farm. I'll say it again, it was never a childhood dream to have a farm. I never imagined that at age 60, yes, I'm 60 now, that I would be living on a farm and be raising chickens and pigs. My grandparents had been farmers in the early 1940s. They raised cattle and grew wheat. Duty called, and in 1940, my grandfather went to war. He was away for 5 years and came home in 1945. His daughter Louise had been born when he was away, and when he came back, she was 5 years old. Things were tough back then, and in 1948, they sold the farm and moved into town. Even though my mom was only 11 at the time, she has very, very fond memories of being on the farm. She remembers playing with her sister Louise amongst the potato hills, trying to catch the grasshoppers, and of thrashing day when there were lots of field mice in the fields. One day, someone thought it would be fun to put a mouse down my mom's shirt, and to this day, she is still deathly afraid of mice. Yup, I would be too. I'm the oldest of 3 girls. My parents worked full-time all the years that we grew up and instilled in us girls a very strong work ethic. In 1977, at the age of 17, I was hired at a local laboratory. There was no formal training like there is today, and I was trained on the job. At 17, it was a little daunting, to say the least, the first time I had to poke a needle into someone. But I managed, and it seems like an eternity ago, as this year will be my 42nd year working as a phlebotomist. I have enjoyed my career tremendously, and have been lucky enough to have worked in a job where I have met so many wonderful people, both patients and co-workers. But with a happy heart, I have decided it's time to hang up my tourniquet, or at least take a break from it, and spend more time working on the farm. We opened a little farm store 6 weeks ago, and there is plenty of work to keep me and Markus busy with all the farm chores. At the end of the day, I feel fulfilled and content to see all that has been accomplished during the day. I'd like to share a brief history with you. I met my husband Markus in 2012, 2 years after my 26-year marriage ended in divorce. We met on, of all places, a dating website. I knew I had found the love of my life. Everything was exciting and we were looking forward to the future. In 2013, cancer came calling. I was diagnosed with breast cancer that March, just 1 short year after we started dating. Where I expect some men would have left, Markus didn't. He was my rock. He helped me through this terrifying time. He was beside me every step of the way, during the surgeries, 6 months of chemo, and 20 radiation treatments. I knew that he was the man that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, so in 2015, we got married. We got married on our property, surrounded by many family and friends. Our children were in our wedding party. My daughter Megan was my maid of honor. My sons Brian and Morgan, and Markus's sons Lucas and Kyle, as well as Megan's boyfriend at the time, now fiance Jordy, were our groomsmen. My sisters Barb and Shannon were bridesmaids, as well as my 3 wonderful friends who were so supportive during my cancer journey, Troy, Jeannie, and Julie. And last but not least, Markus's best man Kevin and his wife Donna were there to help us celebrate our big day. I will treasure these memories forever. This summer, we celebrate our 5th wedding anniversary, and I celebrate my 7th year of being cancer-free. The cancer diagnosis changes the way you think about life. It did for me. I wanted to never again take life for granted, because it can be taken away from you in a heartbeat. Why did I get cancer? I don't know. I had no inherited predisposition, so it wasn't genetics. Maybe it was caused by environmental and toxic exposure to something. God knows, a lot of food we eat is full of additives and chemicals. Seems like everything these days will give you cancer. I stopped eating processed foods and prepackaged foods, and I tried to eat more organic and whole foods. I was going to do everything in my power to eat healthier. I decided it was time to have our own garden. I thought, what better way to know where your food is from but by growing it yourself? We now grow a lot of our own food and raise a lot of our own meat. We currently have pigs, chickens, and turkeys. We also have farm fresh eggs. I bake my own bread and make a lot of preserves from our own garden. It's hard work, but fulfilling. We eat better and we feel better. We weren't always called the Two Rooster Farm. We first started out as the Happy Trout Lodge. A boyhood dream of Markus's was to have a fish farm. But this was not an easy adventure, as we lost a lot of trout to the wildlife. Otter, heron, minks, you name it, wanted to eat our trout. We tried for years to secure our ponds, but to no avail. Last summer, after another major loss of fish, we decided enough was enough. It was my idea to change the name of our farm. Markus would have probably liked to keep the name the Happy Trout Lodge, but I figured we had more chickens than trout, so it made more sense to change the name. A few months after Markus and I were married, our first rooster came to the farm. 2 weeks later, a farmer friend of ours sold us 10 one-year-old laying hens. It was a big learning curve for sure. I didn't know the first thing about raising chickens, but it was such a thrill the day I collected our first eggs. Those eggs never tasted so good. A few weeks later, our second rooster came to the farm. I was at a local feed store, and someone was there in the parking lot, and in the back of the truck, he had a rooster. And he said to people that were coming, he said if someone didn't take him, he was going to be in the soup pot tonight. Well, I couldn't let that happen. So, of course, I brought him home. These two roosters were the inspiration behind why our farm is called the Two Rooster Farm. Of course, we have way more than 2 roosters now, but that was how we started. Hello everyone, my name is Teri. I'm here at the Two Rooster Farm. I've been working all day and my hair looks terrible, but I'm here. I wanted to thank you very much for watching my YouTube video to the end, because now you get to see me. I had a great time learning how to make the video. It's something I've never done before, but it was really fun to learn. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. This part where I'm actually holding my camera and recording my voice is scary to me. It's not my forte. There's going to be some major editing, I am sure, when I am finished talking. I don't know what it is about pushing that little red button. As soon as I do that, I feel like I don't know how to talk or I forget how to talk. But I'm going to do my best, and the more you do it, the better I'll get, I hope. I'm hoping that you're going to want to watch my channel. It's my goal to be able to share what I know with everyone, and you know, that's what I've done. I've actually learned a lot from watching YouTube videos. And like I said before, I don't pretend to know everything. I know I don't know everything, but I know some things. And so if you think that maybe watching my channel is something that you might enjoy, all you need to do is press the heart below to like my video, subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and that would be just wonderful. I'm gonna say goodbye for now, but I'm wishing you a wonderful day, and until we talk again, this is Teri from Two Rooster Farm. Thanks for listening.